The poison worked faster than expected. Captain Jarek Thorne felt his knees buckle first, then his vision blurred at the edges. The ambush had been perfect, too perfect. The Kralith hunting party had known exactly where to strike, exactly when the human's guard would be lowest. The dart protruding from his neck was small, barely visible, but its payload was devastating. He crashed to the forest floor of Drovak 7, his rifle clattering beside him. Through failing eyesight, he could see them emerging from the crimson foliage. 6 Kralith warriors, their chitinous armor gleaming like oil in the double sunlight. They moved with the confidence of predators who had already won, but they had made one critical miscalculation. Behind Jarek, 3 small forms stood frozen. The Shadowfang cubs, Vera, Kess, and Little Torn, had been under his protection for 6 weeks now, ever since their pack had been slaughtered by Kralith raiders. At first, Command had ordered him to leave them. "They're not our problem, Captain," the general had said. But Jarek had seen something in young Vera's eyes that day, something that reminded him why humanity fought in the first place. Now, as the toxin dragged him toward unconsciousness, he tried to speak, to tell them to run. But his tongue was lead, his lips numb. Vera stepped forward. She was barely 3 feet tall, her silver-black fur still carrying the softness of youth. Her siblings flanked her, equally small, equally vulnerable. The Kralith leader clicked his mandibles in what passed for laughter among his kind. "The human falls," the creature hissed in broken galactic common. "And now, little ones, you follow your pack into the dark." Vera's golden eyes narrowed. When she spoke, her voice carried a coldness that didn't belong to a child. "The human taught us many things," she said quietly. "But the most important lesson was this. Humans don't fight because they can't fall. They fight because they refuse to let others fall alone." The Kralith raised their plasma rifles. Brave words for dead cubs. Vera's lips pulled back, revealing teeth that were small but razor-sharp. "You misunderstand. We're not afraid of dying." She glanced at her siblings and something passed between them, some ancient pack instinct awakened by human influence. "We're asking which of you falls first." The Kralith leader hesitated. In that moment of confusion, Vera moved. She was fast, faster than any creature her size had a right to be. The Shadowfang species had evolved as ambush predators on a death world where hesitation meant extinction, but human training had refined those instincts into something deadlier. Jarek had taught them tactics during long nights around the campfire. He'd shown them how to exploit weak points in armor, how to use terrain, how to turn size disadvantage into an asset. Most importantly, he'd taught them something their own species had lost: coordinated pack hunting enhanced by human military doctrine. Vera hit the nearest Kralith at knee level, her claws finding the gap between armor plates that Jarek had made her memorize. The warrior screeched and stumbled. Before he could recover, Kess was there, silent as shadow, leaping onto the creature's back and severing the nerve cluster at the base of his skull with surgical precision. One down. Torn, the smallest and quickest, had already retrieved Jarek's rifle. The weapon was almost as large as the cub, but Jarek had modified it, had insisted all 3 learn to fire it. The blast caught the second Kralith in the thorax, punching through armor with human-engineered fury. 2 down, the remaining 4 opened fire. But the cubs were already moving, splitting, flanking, using the forest itself as cover just as Jarek had taught them. Vera's voice cut through the chaos. "Pattern Delta 3. Remember, they aim where you are, not where you'll be." The Kralith warriors were experienced hunters. They'd killed hundreds across dozens of worlds, but they'd never faced this. Children who fought with the tactical precision of human special forces combined with the primal ferocity of apex predators. Kess scaled a tree in seconds, dropping onto the 3rd warrior from above. The Kralith tried to shake her off, but Torn was already there, small teeth finding the creature's exposed throat. It was brutal. It was efficient. It was human doctrine executed by alien claws. 3 down. The Kralith leader finally understood his mistake. These weren't just cubs. They were something new, something terrifying. The human hadn't just protected them. He'd transformed them into weapons that combined the best of both species. "Retreat," he screamed to his remaining soldiers. Vera appeared in front of him, blood matting her silver fur. "You hunted my pack. You killed my mother. You poisoned the only one who showed us mercy." Her voice dropped to a whisper that somehow carried more menace than any roar. "And you asked us a question earlier. Let me answer it now." She gestured to her siblings who emerged from the crimson shadows. "You fall first, then your soldiers, then anyone who comes looking for you." Because the human taught us one final lesson. Humanity doesn't just fight for themselves. They fight for those who can't, and now, her teeth gleamed. We are their fangs in the dark. The next 30 seconds were chaos. When it ended, 6 Krelith warriors lay dead in the alien soil, and 3 cubs stood panting amidst the carnage. Vera immediately rushed to Jarek's side. His pulse was weak but steady. The human had fought the toxin with typical stubborn resistance. She carefully removed the dart and applied the emergency counteragent from his medical kit, movements precise from countless drills. As the antidote took effect, Jarek's eyes flickered open. He saw the bodies, saw the cubs covered in alien blood, and felt a surge of emotions he couldn't name. "Vera," he croaked, "you were supposed to run." The cub's golden eyes met his, and in them, he saw something that would have terrified the galaxy. Loyalty forged in fire, tempered by human teaching. "Humans don't run," she said simply. "So neither do we." Jarek managed a weak smile as consciousness claimed him again. The rescue beacon was already transmitting. Help would come, but in that moment, as 3 small shapes took defensive positions around his fallen form, he knew something profound had changed. Humanity had always been alone, in its defiance of the cosmos, but not anymore. The Shadowfang cubs had learned well, and the galaxy would soon learn to fear what happened when human determination met alien ferocity, when those who couldn't fall stood guard over those who had fallen. The question had been answered. They all fell, the enemies, every last one.